7th-ranked Wisconsin Badgers. So much intrigue on this match. For Michigan State, they've been able to hang with some of the best, but they have not received any votes in the coaches' polls or anything there. This could be a chance to change that. Long, starts with the serve. Got a little too complimentary as a service error comes in to start.
That first point nerves, you don't want that to happen, but she's smiling, she's shaking it off, and now it's time for the Spartans to play side-out volleyball and pass this serve.
Got to shake it off as they now go on to the defensive. Natalie Wardlow will be serving, standing at 6'4", freshman from Lincoln, Nebraska. A service error for a service error. Both teams trying to knock the rust off here in the Breslin.
I guess it's 0-0 to 24 now, right, Joe? Natalie Wardlow is a serving specialist for the Badgers, so when she comes in, she really wants to nail that serve, just too much on that ball.
Taylor Hold'em returns to the starting lineup after being injured quite often throughout the season. And how about a service ace? Hold'em had such an electric freshman season. Now she's back making some noise.
She pushed that serve deep, and then it dropped at the last second. That's really hard for a defender to pass, as we see right here.
Hold'em, yet again, the junior. Knocked up by the front line, set up and knocked down Booth. My goodness, 6'7", using all of that height.
That connection between Furbringer and Booth is one we will see all night. Booth runs with so much confidence on that slide attack because she knows her setter right there is going to give her a beautiful ball. Mentioned
her a second ago. Furbringer serve now. Stanishevska pops it up. Long. Miscommunication, but Way is able to keep it going. Set up for Booth yet again. Knocked down yet again. Carter Booth using her genetics to her advantage. Her father, Calvin, played at Penn State for the basketball team that went to the NBA for 10 years. Just a couple of years ago, he won a championship as the general manager of the Denver Nuggets.
Not only is she tall, but she's athletic. She really elevates, really uses her athleticism to her advantage.
Stanishevska trying to go backcourt. Duzema, cross court. Works the senior, showing some veteran leadership with her play.
The only four-year Spartan on this team, and playing a big matchup with history between teams, she's going to know what that's like and be able to help her teammates through that.
Schneider gives one back right away. Has had some trouble throughout the season with serves.
Michigan State's serve has gotten better throughout the season. They're going to have to rein that in. Already errors on the scoreboard.
Talked about her earlier as her key player, Mimi Collier to serve. Stanishevska, too much, trying to see if she can tap a finger, but she did not. Point goes in favor of Wisconsin. Stanishevska, she loves doing that, trying to use the blockers against themselves. Just didn't work out there.
And when you're going up against a 6'7" blocker in Carter Booth, you have to use that height to your advantage.
Hold'em. Setting up for Stanishevska. They have an awkward angle and sent back immediately by Egan on the front line. I believe Booth might have been there on cleanup duty.
Great job by the Wisconsin block at being ready, closing that block.
Now yet another serve coming in for Collier. The senior from Lincoln, California, not Nebraska. Roll shot coming in from Susanna Kulig, but a pancake keeps it alive. Long. Set up for Stanishevska. Back line, and it works! Carolina Stanishevska. Anytime the Spartans find themselves pinned into a corner, she finds a way out.
She does. That's why she's our key player of the game to watch. What a great up by Kristen Simon from the Wisconsin back row. She's only a freshman, but flying all over the court. And then the Spartans took advantage of that scramble.
So much movement. Cam Berger comes in to serve. Talked about her in the 6-2 system now. Leah Schneider can't control it, sending it all the way out of bounds. And a kill for the Badgers. They're really racking them up. They already have a 3-point lead here after that kill by Grace Egan.
Grace Egan really adjusted. She's used to going powerful and hard line. She did a soft roll shot.
Mumchular, another aggressive attacker for the Spartans. Set up now on the back line. Did it hit a finger? No, it did not. Michigan State taking advantage of the attacking error from Collier.
Collier out of the back row is something we'll see all night. She's just as effective out of that back row spot as she is the front row.
She's been so good this year. 4th in the nation in kills per set. Trying to add another, but Kulig was there, waving the fingers, saying, "Get out of my house."
Great job by Kulig reading that back row. Collier has more time to approach, which also leaves more time for Kulig to see where she's going with that ball.
Darylina Stanishevska to serve. Knocked up, set up far side. Viagic getting the kill. Excuse me. Yes, there's a PA announcer saying Spartans got the kill. I thought I was mistaken. I was not.
Little mix up there.
Badger point for anybody confused. Schneider sets it up. Mumchular trying to go cross court. It works. How about Mumchular's growth as a player in the green and white?
She has been so solid for them. We see right here, look at that off-speed roll shot. She adjusts with her thumb at the last second. That's proof that you don't always need to be hitting the ball the hardest if you're placing it in the right spot, catching the Badger defense off guard.
She's got some great accuracy as well. Mentioned it a second ago. Kulig, one of the tallest players on the Spartan roster, ready to serve. Knocked up. Egan kept it going. Front line, including Way, sent it back. Set by Furbringer. Knocked down, does not work. Bad series. Thought she was going to get a kill, but instead Carmen Way denies it.
The middle blockers are being so patient right now. We see Wisconsin is trying to feed their back row, and right now it is not working for them.
Kulig yet again. Set up. Attacking right in the middle, Alicia Andrews. Finding a gap in the defense.
When setting the back row doesn't work, you can always set your all-stars in the front row. Alicia Andrew runs a great slide on that, hitting that cross-court shot towards Michigan State.
Another chance here for Viagic. Popped up. Barger. Mumchular. Falling to the ground, but kept it alive with Simon. The front line, Carmen Way letting out a yell.
What a block by the Michigan State defense. That was one of their keys coming to this game, was they had to play good defensively, and they are doing that early in this first.
Talked about him earlier, but look at Kelly Sheffield standing on the side of the Terraflex. His 13th season as the head coach for the Badgers. He started off back in 2013 as well. Some would call that an unlucky number, but for him it's worked out quite well as they sit 11th in the nation. Popped up. Opportunity. Pinpoint accuracy on the back line. What a kill from the Badgers. Shad Series.
And going back to Coach Sheffield, he has made the tournament in all 13 of his seasons, and he is looking to do that with his 11-ranked squad here.
Been a great coach leading the helm for the Spartans. They hope they found a great one as well, and it looks like they have. Stanishevska. Schneider, one more. Roll shot, Duzema. Dug out. Pushed over to the back line. Stanishevska's Ray. Long, saves it. Duzema. Over the top of the front line. Set up again. Shad Series, bouncing around. Duzema, yet again, lays the hammer, set back. Only one person in front of her, but she stands at 6'7".
The team leader in blocks, Carter Booth, was so patient. Michigan State kept setting Duzema out of system, and Carter Booth kept hitting her spot. We see here, arms way over the net, closes that block, and no shot for the Spartans.
Been great so far. Warlow, the serving specialist, comes in yet again. Hold'em, attacking the heart, strike it. Making a 1-point set.
What an adjustment that Hold'em just made. She was already going on top of the ball. The set was slightly behind her, so she pauses, hangs in the air, and snaps that wrist down. Veteran move from Taylor Hold'em right there.
She's in her third year in the green and white. She's really improved year over year. Dealt with some injuries early in this one. Spartans have to be happy she's back. Set up for Booth yet again. Got the size, might as well use it. Another kill.
Carter Booth is moving faster than this Michigan State defense. We see right there, the blockers aren't even over to where she's hitting that ball. That slide attack is so effective.
Spartans have a lot of size, but nothing compares to a 6'7" Booth. Long, set up, miscommunication. Stanishevska has to fall on it. Looked like it was set up for Way. That point will go Wisconsin's way, of course, on the attacking error. Timeout will be called. Best record since 2017. Now the action resumes. Long, setting up for Duzema, but there's a blocker in her way. Set right back. Badgers striking first blood out of the timeout.
Trinity Schad series is back in the lineup after being out for a year. She played last week and didn't have a ton of kills or blocks, but was easing her way into it. I think she's easing her way into this one with that big block.
Thornberger with the serve. Long, cross court. Sent back by the front line. Long, again, this time Hold'em, popped up by... Now, one more time, they're trying, battle on the front line, sent back, Stanishevska. Thornberger was the one setting it up. Stanishevska denies any opportunity for the attackers.
At only 6 foot, look how high she gets off the net. Grace Egan had no idea that ball was even down because they hit it in the block so fast, and Stanishevska was ready.
Can help out in plenty of ways. Now Wisconsin trying to get back. Booth sends it into Long. She recovers. Schneider overpass to get over. Set up again. Booth one more time. Schneider one more time as well. Stanishevska sent back. Long, other side. Duzema off the front line. Popped up. Farbringer trying for the roll shot. Stanishevska falling to her knees as the savior. Hold'em uses the front line, gets the kill. What a volley!
What an effort by both teams. The block touches the scramble defense. But once those Badgers are out of system, the Spartans were ready for that. We see great up by Stanishevska and using the back row attack and Hold'em.
Now another chance for Schad series. Knocked out of bounds. Spartans getting a point from the attacking error. A little too much power. Nora, you can see both these teams really trying to use that same strategy of sending it off the blocker's fingertips.
With the height in this conference and between these two teams, you have to use the block to your advantage because there's no way you will beat the block head on. So you have to use it as an asset.
Right on cue this time, the Badgers using the blocks to their advantage. Sending it off the fingertips of Duzema that time, tooling the block. And now they're up by 2. They won the race to 15. The race to 20 is what a lot of people care about, but they're already in great position for that one. Now a chance again here for Collier. 4th in the nation in kills per set. Long, roll shot, saved, kept alive. Schneider this time. Long, Stanishevska sent back. Booth using the size yet again. Impenetrable wall.
It is a block battle at the Breslin. Stanishevska was off the net, so block had lots of time to read that angle, that cross-court angle she was trying to take.
Another chance for Collier. Popped up. Long. Near side. Stanishevska sent back again. Booth having her own personal block party in East Lansing.
The Wisconsin block knows that that ball is going to Stanishevska. That was the 3rd set to her. So the Spartans have to mix it up, give them a different look at this defense.
Badgers with 5 blocks, Spartans with 3. Stanishevska uses a lot of force. Farbringer wasn't able to handle it.
Or you don't mix it up and you just go to...
Plenty of celebrations from Sparty, but they're still down by 3. Berger with the serve. And subbing in that 6-2 system. Far side. Schneider cannot handle the attack. Another kill for the Badgers.
Viagic isn't their most powerful hitter, but she's always consistent. She knew that she had the opportunity to take a big rip at that. Kulig already went up to block the middle, so no one was up against her.
Simon with the serve. Kulig with the kill. So much size for Susanna Kulig, and she knows how to use every single inch.
She does, coming off of 8 blocks against Oregon last weekend. She's been an asset for this defense. that the Spartans have that's improving each week.
Really upped her offensive game as well lately. Furbringer, far side, but the overpass is kept alive. Nice reaction from the Badgers and knocked down for a kill. What a response to a play that could have turned into chaos, but the Badgers stay calm under pressure.
The Badgers are very good on those first ball kills. When they are in system, they are so effective. So the Spartans have to put service pressure on them and have to keep the rallies going. Chance
to serve here for Grace Egan. Berger, Cooling, yet again. Susanna Cooling, her offensive game has changed so much throughout her years as a Spartan. She's got 2 kills now.
She is hitting so efficiently, too. She had games where she's hit over 600. She's averaging over 300, which shows she's making good decisions when the ball is set to her.
Now Maya Bolton comes in to serve. She's a serving specialist for this team, but has more errors than aces. Overpass, Hold'em, sent back by the front line again. Alicia Andrew, 6'3", adds so much.
We talk about Carter Booth, but Alicia Andrew is just as effective out of the middle and is difficult for the Spartans right now against these middles.
Vajagic with the serve. Berger with the set. Hold'em, roll shot, sent back. Berger again, other side. Mumchular, cross court. Miraculous by the Wisconsin Badgers. Another pancake to save it by Furbringer this time. Trying to lay down the hammer, works out in their favor. My goodness, Anaya Warren.
And that comes from the scrappy defense. That is something the Badgers have worked on all.
Vajagic to serve. Berger trying to set it up for Mumchular. Recovered. Going cross court, might be an overpass. Battle on the front line, the chaos erupts and the Spartans can't handle it. Badgers up to 22.
That joust at the net between Collier and Mumchular. Collier's got the height, she's got the experience. She waits a second longer to push that ball down towards the middle.
Vajagic yet again, the redshirt sophomore from Serbia with the serve. Just barely does not get there. The Spartans take advantage of an error. They have a breath of life, Nora.
Absolutely, and if you're the Spartans, you want to serve really aggressive here. You don't want the Badgers to be in system because when they're in system, they have many hitters. Collier right now, Andrew in the front row.
For Long, she's in the top 10 for the Big Ten in assists, but also a great server. Now for Wisconsin, trying to get that left line, and they do on the far side. What a kill, pinpoint accuracy.
Mimi Collier wrecked to defend.
For Collier, got to look towards her name in the end of season award. She's been so great. Serving now is Wardlow. Serving specialist. Long, set up for Hold'em, knocked down, pop back up. Furlong. Collier, with the kill, making it set point in set number 1. Collier's really turned it on in the back half of this set. She's up to 4 kills.
She switched up her shot selection. Instead of going line, she goes cross and high hands.
For Wardlow, she was ranked the #1 mill blocker in the 2025 class in Nebraska by Prep Dig. Started with the serve. Hold'em, rejected. Booth celebrating, ecstatic. 6'7".
Errors, sometimes you just need to put the ball down, and Wisconsin is doing that.
Wisconsin will serve first in set number 2. Going in from Vajagic. Battle on the front line. Spartans able to stay alive. Long trying to go far side. Sent back yet again. Everything Hold'em is trying today is getting rejected.
Michigan State is really trying to run their offense through those outsides, and Wisconsin is so keyed in on that. They have 4 hands over the net at all times.
Another serve from Vajagic. Near side this time. Cooling. Too much. Sent out. For Wisconsin, they thought that was going to get called in the Spartans' favor. They immediately started waving for the challenge, but they didn't need it in the end. They got the point off the error.
Great look by Malaya Long to go to her middle. Although that's out, you need to start running your offense through the middle if you're Michigan State.
Long set up for Stanishevska. Popped up high in the air. True overpass that time. Spartans take advantage. Think that they got the back line, but they did not. They're calling for a challenge. The line judges rule it as going outside. Seems like they will not be going for the challenge. Kelsey is talking with the official, and now she will call it. Going to use her challenge early in this one compared to using it the last couple of points.
In the Spartans' favor, how do they capitalize on that from behind the service line?
Seems not well. Instead, a service error gives one back to the Badgers.
And for the Badgers, 12, Natalie.
The old announcer's curse coming in quite quick, almost immediately. Now Michigan State hitting a negative percentage on the day. Chance for Wisconsin to serve yet again. Wardlow coming in. Sends it to that back line. Long, setting up far side. Staniszewska trying to paint the back line, and she does it with success for the kill.
Again, using the fingertips of that block, Staniszewska did that right there. When Booth is in the lineup, you have to use her height to your advantage, or else she's using her height to the Badgers' advantage.
She's been using it quite well with 5 blocks on the afternoon for Booth. Cooling, tallest player for the Spartans this time, setting it up. Farbringer, near side, set up for Collier, knocked down for the kill. Excuse me, that one goes out of bounds. There's a lost celebration. Wisconsin's confused. That one's decided that it went out of bounds. Will now be in Michigan State's favor. Take another look here. Excuse me, out of bounds should have not been the exact ruling. They believe that there may have been too many touches. I misspoke on that one. Cooling to serve. Popped up. Down near side. Sent down by Egan. Long. Far side for Staniszewska. Cross court. Another kill. The Spartans take the lead in set number 2.
That's the Spartan offense that they are trying to get going. Staniszewska full swing, not hesitant against this Wisconsin block, playing more confidently.
3-0 scoring run for the Spartans. To clarify, it all started off with a closed hand from Collier. And now a service error. The Spartans can't get out of their own way today. 4 on the afternoon.
When you're serving aggressively, sometimes that may happen. You're trying to target certain players on the other team's defense, but you need those serves in if you want a chance to score.
Farbringer to serve. In Spartan territory. Far side, Staniszewska across court, back line for the kill. Staniszewska looking a lot better than set number 1.
Absolutely, the Spartans playing with more life right now, but Wisconsin defense, they just talk to each other, making some adjustments, so Vajevic may be shifting a little bit to defend that cross court next time.
Farbringer set up for Booth. And knocked down yet again. So much size and power from Booth last year. The 2024 second team All Big Ten member. Wouldn't be shocked if she gets some recognition again this year.
Great set by Farbringer too, keeping that off the net and pushing it out towards her middle hitter.
Another service error, this time on the side of Wisconsin. They're up to 3 on the afternoon, 4 for the Spartans. But now Michigan State retakes the lead.
And that's 2 for Mimi Collier, that veteran player for the Badgers.
Staniszewska to serve. Farbringer, excuse me. Collier. Very impressive to get that over. Front line, battle, 1, Wisconsin. Vjagic joined by Booth. 2 of the taller players, but Vjagic only standing at 6 feet. Yeah, it's interesting, Nora, when you talk about these 2 rosters, because of the sizes on the players, 6 feet almost seems short.
It is, and in this conference, it is undersized players unless you're 6'3", 6'4", but that doesn't mean you can still be effective.
Spartans able to tool the block, get the kill. Yet another lead for the Spartans. They've been doing it throughout set number 2. It's been tight.
This has been the history for the Spartans. Last weekend, they dropped the first set to Washington and win that match, dropped the first set to the Oregon Ducks, come through. So let's see what they do here.
Berger going far side. Sent back, front line, yet again. Both sides believe they have it. Spartans get it in the end. Gould off the block, sent out of bounds. Badgers can't believe it. Taylor Hold'em getting the kill. There's going to be some
block and got out of the way, which is what you have to do.
with milliseconds to spare as well. Schneider with the serve. Dug out. Farbringer. Collier. Another kill. Ending the Spartans' smaller run.
That's that back row attack we were talking about. She gets an extra 10 feet as like a runway to take off, and boom, cross-court shot. No one is slowing that down from one of the best players in the country.
So much power as well. This time a little too much power on the serve from Grace Egan. The Spartans take advantage of another service error. The fourth. Both teams have 4 now.
Grace Egan is the transfer from Ohio State. When she got to Wisconsin, she really changed her serve. Completely different top spin serve and then a drop serve. Added 2 new elements to her game.
Long, cross court. Farbringer. Set up, knocked back by the front line of the Spartans. Alicia Andrew. A lot of power behind her attempts, and the Spartans noticed.
It is a block battle here, one-on-one. Taylor Hold'em reads that so well because Andrew was coming across for the slide attack, but Hold'em stayed patient and stayed protecting that line.
Spartans' biggest lead of the match so far. They're up by 3. Schneider with a great dig. Far side. Hold'em sent to the back line, but dug out. Farbringer. One more. Knocked down. Viagic with the kill. Spartans slowly losing their lead for Wisconsin. They feel quite comfortable in their chances here.
Viagic is one of the most consistent hitters on this team. Maybe not the most powerful, like we said earlier, but finding those holes.
Now another opportunity. Long, racing out, but gets it far side to hold him. Just barely over the net. Battle on the front line. Wisconsin believes that they have something to work with here. Collier doesn't keep it inside. Thought she had the recipe, but she read it wrong. Let's take another look at this one. There's a bit of an awkward hang with the ball on the net at one point. Hold'em ended up having it balanced completely. Talk about a balancing act.
A little defying gravity if you're into the Wicked movies.
Knocked down, sent into the crowd. So much power, Grace Egan.
That is what Grace Egan is known for, is her power. She's not one to tip the ball a lot or tool. She is one to full swing and full power.
Transferred over from Ohio State. You can see how much they're missing her now, of course. Two teams at different ends of the spectrum for the Big Ten. And now another serve. Looking to come back down by 2, 11-9. Schneider digs it out. Staniszewska. Battle on the front line is won again by Wisconsin.
When Carter Booth is in the front row, the Spartans are really struggling. They have to somehow get the ball away from her, but that's hard to do because Booth is so quick to each side of the pin.
She has a rare combination of athleticism and size. This has been how the Spartans have been making their money today. Another service error, number 5 for Wisconsin, third of the set.
And that's 2 for their serving specialist, Natalie Wardlow. So it'll be curious to see if she stays, if any changes are made there, because she is known to go in and serve a very effective ball. She aced Nebraska 4 times. She has a great drop serve.
Cooling to serve this time. Farbringer with a set. Collier. Spartans can't get out of each other's ways to race it down, and Collier adds another kill. She's been dealing with some error issues recently after racking up some kills in set number 1, but now number 6 of the night.
Not worried that Collier won't get it going. She's one to step up when her team needs her the most, and you can see her start to get in that rhythm.
Another time here. Hold'em, dug out. Duzema knocked back, tried tool on the block, but Booth and Collier were ready for it.
The last time these teams faced, Booth and Charlie Furbringer combined for 15 blocks last year, and they are well on their way on this Friday night.
11 blocks as a whole for the team. Booth already up to 8, 3 for Egan. Booth sends down a strong attack, but kept alive. Staniszewska trying to go back row. Wisconsin ready, prepared. Bouncing off of Carmen way over the head of Schneider for the kill.
Collier used a roll shot on that one. She didn't use a ton of power, but she high hands froze her roll shot, and it caught Leah Schneider off guard because she was already down, ready for a hard hit ball.
Furbringer stepping up yet again. Schneider with the dig, ends up being a net negative. Another kill, this time a service ace.
It's only a 2-point game, but it feels like the Badgers are starting to really pull away. Michigan State needs to get a high first pass to set up their offense if they want to stick in this.
4-0 scoring run. Furbringer trying to extend it. Long, far side. Staniszewska with the cross-court kill.
Perfect on all fronts. Great pass from the back row. Beautiful set by Malaya Long, and then Staniszewska is going to get it done in the front row.
14-13. That ends a 4-0 scoring run in favor of the Badgers. Cam Berger comes in yet again to serve. Dug out by Collier. Roll shot. Berger's there to save it. Far side. Staniszewska over the blockers, but they keep it alive. Furbringer set up, knocked down. Quest finding the treasure at the end of the map.
Madison Quest in the lineup for 2 matches, so she is heating up for the Spartans.
They're back in the field of play. Chasing it down, Collier. Spartans able to get away with one, doing some contact with the net, it would seem. Spartans slowly crawling their way back. We were talking about Kristen Simon a moment ago. She was the 2024 Gatorade Kentucky Volleyball Player of the Year, and she chose to come to Wisconsin because of the competitive environment, saying it's unlike no other as they get one on the service error.
She talked about playing at this level, and she said nothing prepares you for the fast pace of college ball. This was a big adjustment from high school, and she's really grown even this season compared to what she was playing at the beginning.
Now the serve comes in. Berger set up. Mumchular tooling the block. For Mumchular, she's had so much to her game throughout this freshman year. Coming over from Istanbul, Turkey.
Mumchular is new to the right side for MSU as of a few games ago, but she's played the opposite position almost her whole life in Turkey, so she has experience with those shots.
Excuse me, I apologize. Yes, top 3 on the team in kills per set as the Badgers get another kill on the other end. They're adding on more and more throughout this one. This one, some discussion actually going on here. They'll be subbing out the server here. Now a chance for Grace Egan to serve here, Nora. Gets it over. Berger, near side. Mumchular again, cross court. Popped up. Trying to go cross court herself. Works out in her favor. Una Viagic. Yet another.
We see that court vision from Viagic. Taylor Hold'em is creeping in and just paints that line. Doesn't need a ton on it, but rolls that over. Great court vision.
Viagic almost perfect on the night. Just barely getting it over there. Kulig, back line. What a kill.
Kulig taking advantage of Booth off the floor right now. Andrews, again, still great blocker, but was off on that. Kulig adjusted and painted that deep.
Spartans really need to take advantage, as you mentioned a second ago, of Booth being gone. When she's off the floor, they match up quite well in the size department. Long with the serve. Dug out. Furbringer looking for someone to set up for. She finds one. Long, far side. Hold'em off the fingertips of the blockers for the kill.
Wisconsin wasn't able to set up their offense the best, so when they gave Michigan State a lighter return on the ball, they could set up their offense, and we see Taylor Hold'em gets it done there right off the hands of Furbringer.
Really nice adjustments on that far side. Trying to recover here. Collier can't get it over, just has to clap her hands and say, that one's on me. When you're one of the best at kills in the nation, you can get away with 1 or 2 mistakes. Unfortunately for her, she has 5 so far, 5 errors, Nora.
Still hitting impressive numbers, but she's a player who can hit 400, 500, so the Badgers will need to keep her going in her efficiency.
Furbringer on near side, Viagic. Spartans stay alive. They're battling. Stanishevska gets it over. Furbringer deciding whether or not she can get it. She can. Viagic again. Schneider, great job keeping it alive. Duzema, far side, Hold'em. Can she finish? Yes, she can. My goodness, Kayla Hold'em.
Kayla Hold'em's adjustment on that ball. Duzema set up a really wonky set. Kayla Hold'em crashes in and swings full go.
Talked about Schneider as a defensive specialist. She does it yet again during this set. Not just once, but twice. Long with the serve. Farbringer chasing it down. Roll shot comes in quick for Viagic, but Long was ready. Whistle's blown. Point will go Wisconsin's way.
Michigan State was in the net on that one. That's not something you can afford to do right now with this tight matchup. But the Spartans shake it off. They have the momentum behind them. Now it's about passing Wisconsin's tough serve.
And that ends a 4-0 scoring run for the Spartans. See if the Badgers can turn it back their way. Hold'em, far side, gets it down right in the heart, finding the weak underbelly of the defense. And they win the race to 20, Nora.
A tale of 2 sets here. We see Andrew is shifting over. Talem goes quicker than that Wisconsin block, and that defense is not able to send it over.
Hold'em to serve now. She's had some issues. Furbringer, set up for Collier. And she gets another kill, 9th of the evening.
Collier hits the ball so well with so much power. It almost makes a different noise in the gym. She just has so much control with her hand contact on that ball like she did there.
And for Collier, she averages about over 5 kills per set. She has 9 throughout 2 so far. Long, far side, Stanishevska, cross court. Badgers are ready. Farbringer, Collier, sent back. She believes she tooled it, and she did.
Both teams looking around, but great contact by both of them getting up there right away. The Spartans tried to use that, or the Badgers tried to use that Spartan block, and they did.
Throughout this one, the Breslin Center has gotten quite full as well. Plenty of fans watching this premier matchup. Barely getting it over on the serve. Long, far side, Stanishevska finding the back line, but Viagic was ready. Collier gets it over. Stanishevska tells her to set it up for herself. Another time. They're still keeping it going. Booth some contact. Collier again, cross court, success!
The Badgers were scrambling in that set of her so other players can thrive. We're seeing that with Booth and Egan because this team has to lock into what Collier is doing.
Stanishevska, roll shot on the far side. Wisconsin scrambling, but Collier comes in to calm the chaos. Long, Kulig over the front line. Furbringer's there. Near side, Collier again, off the hands of Hold'em. Can't handle the power.
Power is right. Nothing a deep run. As for the Spartans, they're not in those rankings, but they have a chance because they play a lot of ranked teams in the next upcoming weeks, and they're trying to prove to the selection committee that they are a team that can play in December.
The service error gives them a better chance to prove that here today, as they now only trail by 2 in set number 2. One thing's clear between these 2 teams for a similarity. They both swept that 18th team on that list, Indiana, the Hoosiers. Swept by Michigan State, swept by Wisconsin. Now another serve for the serving specialist, Maya Bolton. This time getting it over. Farbringer, set up, Booth tried knocking it down. Bolton was there. Far side, battle. Spartans keep it alive, just barely. Booth goes over the top, finding no one home, getting the kill.
Booth uses that vision. Everyone's crammed at the net fighting for those balls and just sends it deep, sends it away from the defense.
And set point in set number 2. Farbringer to serve. Breslin is silent. Farbringer gets it over. Far side. Booth sends it back, not even giving a chance for the far throughout this one. 3-3-3 on the other side. Stashevska starts it off. Going far side. Miscommunication, awkward angle, however you want to describe it. That was not what the Badgers meant to do as an attacking error. Gives the first point to the Spartans.
When you serve aggressively, sometimes those errors can happen because you're not getting perfect balls up to your setter like the Spartans did there.
Stashevska, another serve. Front line, overpass works out this time. What a kill coming from Farbringer.
And that's from a great set, but also a great pass by Anaya Warren. She's inserted in this lineup now as a libero for Simon instead, and she is playing with energy. She really got under that ball and delivered it perfectly.
Another chance for Farbringer to serve here. Spartans colliding with each other. Hold'em gets it sent back. Goes out of bounds. Was able to tool the block for a Spartan point, not the way it usually happens. They didn't go off anybody on the front line, but Wisconsin couldn't handle it.
Sometimes that off speed catches the defense off guard like it did there.
Schneider with the serve. Farbringer sends it over. Schneider set up for Hold'em. Goes cross court, off the blockers, tooling the block for the kill.
What a beautiful back set by Leah Schneider. The Wisconsin defense thought that was going to the right side, but Leah sends it backwards. Great out-of-system kill by the Spartans.
Schneider with the serve again. And a service ace this time. The Spartans are feeling quite good with a 4-1 start.
There's a lot of different ways you can approach serving this Wisconsin defense. Do you target Collier, who sometimes struggles in serve receive, or target the libero who is just thrown into this? That's what they did.
Front line set up near side. Blockers are ready. Farbringer near side again. Collier back line. She did not keep it in. An error goes in the Spartans' favor, but the bad
on that play.
Great look from our replay team back in the control room. Spartans get one back. Immediate service error.
She struggled a little bit tonight in the serve and pass game. She's made up for it in her offensive play, but now the Spartans have an opportunity to use that to their advantage.
See if they can. They lead by 3 early in set number 3. Long serve. Popped up. Farbringer, far side. Schneider, Duzema going back line. One-handed setup by Farbringer. Long, hold up, cross court off the blocker for the kill. Booth stands 6'7". I've said it multiple times already throughout this one, but that time the Spartans used it in their favor.
Sometimes it takes 2 sets to adjust and to really read that defense, and you can tell the Spartans are reading Carter Booth better.
They've adjusted. Long with the serve. Farbringer sets it up far side, knocked down for an easy kill, ending the Spartan run.
Vijagic has really been a constant for them today. She didn't play last year, but she learned from some of the best outside hitters in the country, former Badgers Sarah Franklin, Julia Orzel, and she's displaying similar skills tonight.
Duzema, cross court, Farbringer can't handle it. Spartans with another kill, and they have woken up in this third set. And Nora, you know what this looks like? When you look at that Purdue matchup, Spartans awoken during set number 3.
The Spartans are never out of matches. They can be down 2-0 and they crawl their way back in them. We're seeing that tonight. We saw that 2 weeks ago in their trip to the West Coast. But the Badgers are undefeated when they've won the first 2 sets and held their opponents to under 200. So the Spartans will have to keep hitting efficiently if they want to pull off a reverse sweep tonight.
MSU had a service error there, giving it back to Wisconsin. Long, set up, roll shot, Kulig, try something different this time. Warren, far side. Vajagic getting a kill from that far side hitter spot. Gonna take a look at the notable wins for Wisconsin throughout this season. They've got plenty.
And most recently, Indiana, Minnesota, and that was without some of their best players. So this is a team that can make a deep run in the NCAA tournament, but first they have to get through these Spartans.
Duzema trying to go cross court off of Collier, and the fourth-year senior, the only fourth-year player to spend all those years in the green and white, gets it done. Kulig gets ready to serve yet again. Getting it in enemy territory. Farbringer, Collier, chased down by Stanishevska. Far side, Collier, second try. Works like a charm. Another kill. She's got 14 on the night.
That's a veteran move from Collier, targeting the middle blocker in the back row. Kulig served. Middle blockers don't usually play defense. They're not prepared for those hard shots after they serve. So that was veteran experience.
Another serve from Vajagic. Long, near side. Stanishevska, cross court in the back row. Finding an opening and taking advantage.
When Michigan State is swinging powerfully and not holding back, it's been effective. When they're tipping the ball over, you're basically giving Wisconsin the chance to set up their high-powered offense.
Spartans lead by 3, 9-6. Cam Barger to serve. Kept alive by Warren, just barely. Collier trying again. Used this move all night, this time doesn't work. Going out of bounds, didn't make contact with the finger. Spartans capitalize on the error. Berger to serve yet again. Puts it in front of Warren. Farbringer, set up for Collier. Schneider, Stanishevska, bouncing off the front line. Farbringer, Collier again. Schneider, great defensive effort. Racing from the back line, Taylor Oldham, too much power, too much of a run-up. Attacking error, ending the Spartan run.
The liberos are putting on a defensive masterclass from both sides of the court, scrambling around and really getting under and reading those hard hit shots.
Schneider, 6 digs on the afternoon. Wardlow to serve. She's been there plenty. Roll shot works out for the Spartans. How about that from Mia Hood? They just came in.
Mia Hood came off the bench into this lineup, which gives the Badgers a different look on this MSU offense. There's a new person to scout in Hood in the lineup now.
You can see the notable wins for the Spartans. They start 10-0 outside of conference play. Best start for a first-year head coach ever for the Spartans. Booth comes in, gets the kill yet again. Front row seats to the Booth in action.
Booth loves that slide attack. You hit it off of 1 foot. You get to move quick, almost showcasing like a basketball layup. I wonder if she gets that from her dad, who is in the NBA.
A lot of athleticism in her family. Schneider tried to dig it out, couldn't do it in the end. A service ace comes in for Farbringer. We talked about how there's a lot of athleticism in Booth's family. For Farbringer, it's just the same. Her father played volleyball at Stanford. Her mother played at Long Beach State. Her uncle David played at Long Beach State as well, and then was a 2012 Olympian. But that time it amounts in a service error. Both ends of the spectrum out here, Nora. Service ace, service error.
Both of these teams are serving aggressively, which is what you have to do to get the other out of system.
Schneider to serve. Unintentional overpass. Berger set up. Mumchular tried to knock it down. Farbringer near side. Another kill for Mimi Collier, 15th of the night.
it seemed like the Spartans were waiting for that to go to the middle in Carter and Booth. The block was really waiting, so then you see Kulig is late to that attack from Collier. So great decision by Charlie Furbringer in setting her back.
Berger, far side. Mumchular, roll shot over the top of the front line. Furbringer, far side again. Collier tooling the block to perfection. She averages over 5 kills per set. She's got 16. That's over 5 kills per set so far, Nora.
Yes, and big players will come up in big moments. This is one of the times in this match they've trailed the longest, and she has already 2 back-to-back kills.
Berger, near side, Kulig, finds an opening, taking advantage of her height and the lack of it on the defensive end. Anaya Warren standing 5'8", one of the shortest players out there tonight.
She hasn't played a ton for these Badgers throughout this season, but they needed a different look going into set 2 and 3, and she's provided a spark for them in the back row. We see her touching balls that were falling early on in this third.
Long just barely gets it over, sending it instead to our announcing booth. The Spartans able to get a service ace after an awkward reception from Wisconsin. Long to serve yet again. Up by 3 in the third set. Long, a lot of power. Just barely pushed back. Susanna Kulig standing tall.
Wisconsin tried to go so quick on that in those rankings, but they're close. They have star player Allison Jacobs. They're a team to watch for.
Wisconsin takes the first point out of the timeout. Spartans were scrambling. While we're on the topic of scores around the nation, let's take a look at some of the other Michigan State matchups that have been going on. They won 4-1 against Milwaukee, the women's soccer team, in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Spartans are up 2-1 against Notre Dame in hockey as well late in the second period. A lot of ranked matchups going on for the green and white today. A chance for Wisconsin to respond as they trailed early, but they were able to stop the scoring run at 3 for the Spartans. Schneider. Long sets up Kulig. So much power, hitting it off some fingertips and getting the kill. Susanna Kulig, kill number 6.
Kulig realized the libero was not on the court. The serving specialist is in fresh off the bench, so she targets that ball deep. Great move by Kulig.
Oldham gives one right back with the service error. That's an effect of her time off the court, Nora. She wasn't able to get used to serving these moments. Another service error, 8 on the side of the Badgers, 7 for the Spartans.
These teams seeming to alternate serve and service errors.
Egan serves now, this time not an error. Set up, Duzema. Number 1 ranked libero in last year's class is able to get it back. Knocked over, Spartans can't handle it. Wisconsin with the kill.
And again, that just stems from a great pass, a great set, and then Viagic reading the other side of the court really well.
How about that dig from Warren as well? Ranked the number 1 libero in the class of 2025 as there's a service error. Yet again, every time Wisconsin's got it back in set number 3, it seems like they give one away for free.
Watch to see if the Badgers target Kulig in the back row here with their offense to try and get something going.
Warren with the dig, far side, opportunity. Spartans letting out a yell. Viagic couldn't handle it. Duzema could in combination with Mia Hood.
Mia Hood providing a spark for this Spartan offense off the bench. Great positioning by her and Duzema. There was no seam in that block to go through.
On the other side for Wisconsin, they've been using Booth quite a lot. She stands 6'7", as I've said plenty throughout this one, but Mia Hood, 6'6", a giant of her own right. Oldham chasing it down. Staniszewska knocking it off the front line for the kill. Can see Mia Hood, they're letting out a celebration.
Swinging on a ball like that out of system takes so much skill.
Whether or not they can do it, but they've got one ranked team on the mind now, and it's the Badgers. Dug out. Farbringer chasing it down. Spartans weren't ready that time. Vjagic getting another kill, ending the scoring run at 3.
Vjagic just uses her power there right through the hands of Duzamo, who doesn't quite have them pressed over the net. They're more straight up and down on that block.
Vjagic was injured last season, but before that she played at one of the top-tier professional volleyball programs in Serbia. Ends up giving another service error. Set number 3 has been plagued by service errors for the Badgers.
What happens when the other team is putting pressure on you? It makes it that much harder to go behind the line and hit your serve.
Set up, far side. Schneider can't handle it. Hold'em chasing it down. She kept it alive. Berger can't continue it. Almost some theatrics in the Breslin Center. But this is a volleyball match, not a magic show.
That just shows the hustle the Spartans are playing with. We saw 6 players run to that ball. That's a ball that would be easy to give up on and say it's going in the stands, but that's what you have to do against playing. Look at all those players are running. Hold'em lays out. Even a touch gives this team some momentum.
Wardlow with the serve. Schneider with the dig. Momchular barely over the front line. Farbringer sets it up far side. Miscommunication, but works out in the Spartans' favor. Stanishevska has to get over. She does. Farbringer again. Collier! Who are you going to call? It's Mimi Collier yet again. Another kill out on the board. 18 for her. Michigan State can finish this off, or the Badgers can take it back in their own control. They scored before that timeout. Chance now for Wardlow. Berger, sap for Stanishevska, knocked right back. She wasn't ready for it. Spartans chasing it down, and the Badgers get a kill.
Again, all the Spartans going on that one, but then ultimately no one knew who was going to get it. The effort is great. Just stepping up the communication will be key. And Wardlow has a great serve. She's only into serve, and she serves a drop serve that makes it hard for the defense.
Wardlow serving yet again. She's done it plenty. Off the hands of Hold'em. Stanishevska's there on cleanup duty. Knocked over by Momchula. Vjagic keeps it going. Booth with the hard cross-court attack, and it works in her favor for a kill.
If you send the Badgers a free ball, expect to have it pounded down. Booth was ready for that. Again, hits that cross-court slide attack that she's been hitting so well all night.
7 kills, 9 blocks, a near double-double. Chance again for Warlock. Sent out of bounds this time, too much. Spartans back in their favor after a 4-0 scoring run for the Badgers.
Stanishevska came up big towards the end of matches last weekend with her serve and her pressure from behind the service line. Can she do it again?
Knocked up far side, sent down. Schneider's able to handle it. Stanishevska. Taylor Hold'em giving the Breslin something to cheer about. Now she's ready to serve. Gets it over. Farbringer, far side. What a dig out by Stanishevska, but a miscommunication from Berger gives one free to the Badgers.
Seems to be some miscommunication on the Spartan side with that call. Coach Kelsey talking to the refs. Wisconsin can't come over the net and cross the plane of that net as the setter tries and sets the ball. The Spartans thought that happened, but Mimi Collier was straight up with that plane of the net on that one.
Farbringer to serve. Trying to stay calm under pressure. Berger, far side. Hold'em. Near side, excuse me. Schneider can't handle the dig. And the Badgers have clawed their way back. They're only down by 1. Will be Farbringer to serve yet again. Spartans struggling late in set number 3 after doing so well all before. Farbringer. Berger, far side. Momchular knocked down. Swinging the pendulum back in favor of the Spartans.
her most powerful swing and kill of the night. She looked like an outside the way she used her power to hit it cross court. She's taking those skills from earlier in the season, applying them to that right side position.
Schneider with the serve. Front line set up for Booth. Spartans send everyone there, try mitigating it, but still goes to Wisconsin.
That just shows the power of Booth and the connection that her and her setter have. Booth is already taking off to hit that ball before Charlie has even set it because she trusts that her setter will put it in a great position.
She has 10 blocks, 8 kills. Berger, far side, Mumchular, roll shot. Scrambling on defense, Warren was there. Sent off the hands of Staniszewska. My goodness, so much power from Collier.
Line.
She's done quite a lot so far. 20 kills, 4 digs, 1 block. Goes for the serve now. Schneider with the dig. Far side. Mumchular trying to tool the block, sent back. Berger. Mumchular again. Roll shot this time. Popped up by Warren. Schneider with a dig. Miraculous. Sent to the back line from Hold'em. Farbringer. Far side. Viagic. What a volley. Back to Viagic one more time, over the blockers. Spartans had a chance, but they couldn't keep it going. 24-23, Wisconsin with a hard-fought point to make it match point.
Both of these teams really battling hard, all-out effort. We see out-of-system play by the Spartans, but then in-system play from the Badgers. You're not going to beat that strength in the front row.
Collier trying to serve, another service error happening at the worst time for the Badgers. The Spartans with another breath of life.
Let's take it back a week. The Spartans fought off match point with the Ducks. They've fought off 11 set points in Washington. They are used to these situations, and their resiliency is shining through.
Long to serve. Dug out by Warren. Far side, Booth knocked down for the kill. Another match point for Wisconsin. The Spartans have had some very impressive fight shown throughout the end of this one. Can they do it once more?
Booth one away from a season high in kills.
Collier with 20, Booth with 9, 10 blocks as well. Long, Hold'em, sent back for the kill. Every time Wisconsin answers, the Spartans do as well, blow for blow.
Taylor Hold'em, way to stay patient with that out of system. She can't afford to hit this ball into the net. She targets that block, which is a risk, and it paid off.
Kai Clayton, a name we have not said throughout the entirety of today. Near side, set up, knocked down, upstairs. Egan coming through for the Badgers.
Grace Egan, one of the quickest arms on this Wisconsin team, and that is on full display there. She leaves no doubt that ball's going down. Look at how fast her arm goes up and down.
How about that vertical as well? So much athleticism. She'll now serve. Long, near side, Staniszewska. Yet again, the Spartans find a way to turn nothing into something. All tied up 26 each.
The Spartans have fended off so many match points. Now, can they take the lead? Can they have a match point of their own? That is going to come to Kulig at the service line and how they defend this Wisconsin play that they're putting together.
And now Zuzana Kulig to serve. Looks like she caught off guard with something for a second there, but now she's trying to make it set point for the Spartans. Kulig. Breslin falls silent. Farbringer. Set up, tooling the block. Andrew off of Staniszewska. Will third time be the charm for match point?
Andrew has been pretty quiet throughout this match, but that slide attack through both the middles has been effective. She just swapping Booth for Andrew. Charlie setting the same ball.
Viagic with the serve. Long sets up just barely. Staniszewska has to adjust. They should have let that one go. Would have been over. But instead, they answer yet again to finish off Collier. with the kill. How else will they do it? 21 kills on the night.